So you guys, I guess you all come from different villages when you're first starting out. You started in 2006. How did you all meet? How did you all come together, and what made you want to start playing music together?
Actually, we know each other since we're really, really young. I personally know George since I was 2 and he was 4 years old. We were spending our vacation on the same beach in the same village. So, starting playing together on the beach, it turned out to be a friendship of life, from on our whole life. And when we were like around 8 to 10 years old, we started listening to metal music and rock music. Of course, we were lucky that we had some older, let's say, siblings or cousins that were giving us some tapes back in the day. And actually, our main passion, when we realized this is the music that we like to listen to, we became obsessed with this. And after a lot of years, George already has started playing guitar, and he told me, "Why don't you play drums?" And he bought me a pair of sticks. And we already knew Dani, which he was already playing some guitar and singing. Then we met John, so we know each other since we're really, really young. And actually, our love for music as listeners turned out to be love to play also music.
That's so cool. So I guess your guys' families or cousins or siblings were kind of giving you this music.
No, no, no.
Um,
Of course.
yeah, that's really cool. I mean, so it seems like there's just a musical scene around there. So I guess you started playing drums. What was your first drum set? How did you like it? Were you playing at your parents' house?
First of all, the first time we played music with George, when he bought me the pair of sticks, we used cardboards and some cups from pots, to use as cymbals. So it was like, I think we played Paranoid and Breaking the Law. And this was my first drum set, cardboards and pots. But the next winter, when I said to my parents I want to start, playing drums, I was really lucky that my father, when he was a teenager, he had a really good friend that he teach him a little bit of drums. So he found it as a really nice idea to buy me as a gift a good, back in the day, good drum set for a beginner drummer. And he bought me it was the cheap Tama. It was called Swing Star. It was like around 2000, Tama Swing Star, and this was my first kit. And to be honest, it was more than a beginner drummer should have, for sure.
Yeah, that was like my first real nice drum set. Was like a Tama. Yeah, I had a Tama Rockstar.
Yeah, nice man.
Yeah, two bass drums, 3 rack toms, 2 floor toms. It was way too big.
Okay.
That's super cool. I mean, so you guys were driven to be a band from the start. Did you want to play shows? What was that whole thing like? What was your plan?
We started playing a lot of covers, as almost every musician starts. And I think I was when we started, I was around 16, and I was in high school. So after we did something like 10 or 15 rehearsals, a friend of mine from school, he had a garage, and he said, "Okay, let's do a party for my birthday, and you can come and play with your band." And he played also with his band that also they just were starting. And I think we played like 5 or 6 covers and one original song that we had back then. And from that, this was not Thousand Mods, were called State Enema, inspired by Blink. Then we made another band called Stoneroid, and we started playing also some stoner rock and heavy rock covers. Also some Metallica songs, a lot of the early influences of everybody listening to rock and metal. And I think summer of 2004, we did like 2 or 3 shows in Chiliomodi. There was a guy that had one of the nicest bars to go and hang out, and he said, "Okay, guys, why don't you play a gig here?" And this was our first, let's say, proper gig with the audience. And
Yeah.
from that on, we finalized the lineup of Thousand Modes in 2006, and directly started playing as many shows as we could.
Yeah. What were your friends and those very first shows that you played? What did your friends think of it? Were you guys good? Did they like you? Or were they wanting you
I
to play
think
more?
I think we're city as hell, but they were really they really loved us. So, and we were also young, so we didn't have so much experience of big live shows. So they were thinking maybe that we're really cool playing, trying to play rock music.